fontana vivace. Donna, sei tanto grande e tanto vali, che qual vuol grazia e a te non ricorre, sua disianza vuol volar s'anzali. La tua benignità non pur soccorre a chi domanda, ma molte fiate liberamente al dimandar precorre. In te misericordia,
in te misericordia,
in te pietate,
in te pietate,
in te magnificenza,
in te magnificenza,
in te s'aduna,
in te s'aduna,
quantunque in creatura è di bontate.
quantunque in creatura è di bontate.
Or questi che dall'infima lacuna dell'universo infin qui han vedute le vite spiritali ad una, supplicate per grazia di virtute, tanto che possa con gli occhi levarsi più alto verso l'ultima salute. E io, che mai per mio veder non arsi più che io fo per lo suo, tutti i miei preghi ti porgo e priego che non siano scarsi, perché tu ogni nube li disleghi di sua mortalità coi preghi tuoi, sì che il sommo piacer li si dispieghi. Ancor ti priego, Regina, che puoi, ciò che tu vuoli, che i conservi sani, dopo tanto veder gli affetti suoi. Vinca tua guardia i movimenti umani. Vedi, Beatrice, con quanti beati per i miei prieghi ti chiudon le mani?
The Director of Tourist Services, Maria Grazia Marini, as they enter the tomb of Dante, a reminder, of course, the father of the Italian language. Born and raised in Florence, exiled from there because of his political beliefs, then spending the rest of his life in Ravenna. Passed away in 1312, 21. But set a precedent for using local dialect, ultimately becoming the standard for Italy's national language, uniting the diverse regions and dialects that existed before. And of course, Dante's Divine Comedy, an imaginative vision of the afterlife, is a masterpiece that's travelled across the world. And since September 2020, obviously the height of the coronavirus pandemic, the Dante Museum in Ravenna has organised daily readings of a canto from the Divine Comedy to celebrate the 700th anniversary of Dante's death. And you can see there the Queen, Camilla, just in the centre of your frame, the King partially obscured by that right-hand door as they look into Dante's tomb. This, the fourth day of their state visit, their final day, began in Rome, received by the UK ambassador to the United Kingdom, also by the Foreign Secretary David Lammy, before meetings with the President Sergio Mattarella, the Prime Minister as well, Giorgia Meloni, and then yesterday that unexpected but welcome surprise of that brief 20-minute or so visit in Vatican City with the Pope. It had been thought that that would be rendered impossible following the Pope's diagnosis, treatment and recovery for pneumonia. But both the Pope and the King wished each other well for their respective journeys to better health. The King obviously open in sharing his cancer diagnosis, the Pope recuperating in the Vatican following those many weeks in hospital. And a picture was released by the royal household this morning. And the King pictured with a small gift in his hand. We know that both sides exchanged pleasantries, words, time together, and also gifts. And this state visit, highly important on a diplomatic level, but highly significant for the royal pair as well. Yesterday marked their 20th wedding anniversary. The Queen wearing the dress she wore 20 years ago to symbolise the ceremony, the celebration, the time past. She was presented with a margherita pizza and cards earlier in the day on Wednesday to celebrate their wedding anniversary together. And today, the tour in its final day, moving on to Ravenna. We see the King and Queen finishing that conversation. They will return to the Piazza San Francesco, where a local band will perform a traditional regional song before the royal couple continue their tour, that state visit. Yesterday, the King made an historic address to the joint sessions of the Italian Parliament, only the fourth non-Italian citizen to address the Italian Parliament joint session from the presidential podium. Before him, one pope, two Spanish kings. And as part of his address in both Italian and English, he noted that the Romans, when they arrived in Britain, brought the concept of putting a king's head on a coin, and he thanked the Romans for that suggestion, one that obviously he himself has benefited from as monarch. He also made reference to the idea of Monty Python and that he didn't question what had the Romans ever done for us. Moments of levity in a state visit that is filled with symbolism and importance at a time when the United States forces, cajoles, encourages Europe to reimagine and reevaluate its joint relationship. Both Europe as a continent, the European Union as a political bloc, and the United Kingdom, former member, of course. And so visits such as these, highly important to build, maintain, and renew friendships and relationships. And the King noted that over the past 40 years, he has made 18 previous visits to Italy, noted that his mother, the late Queen, enjoyed her 25th birthday in the country many years ago. But as the King and the Queen take a listen to this band, let's do the same. There we have the royal couple leaving Ravenna to applause, to cheers, to waves of the Union Jack. And they've been warmly received throughout their time in Italy. And they have been basked in wall-to-wall sunshine as well. The King was treated to spectacular views of the Basilica of St. Peter's Basilica from the vantage point of effectively the Italian version of Chequers yesterday when he was meeting with the Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. And that's the moment that the camera pans to the pavement and we leave Ravenna. We will have plenty more on that story through the coming day. Plenty more as well on the Sky News website and app. Good afternoon, Gareth Barlow with you on Sky News. Let's turn our attention to some of the day's other stories just coming up to 10 minutes past 1. The European Commission chief, Ursula von der Leyen, has confirmed they'll put retaliatory tariffs against the United States on hold for 90 days. It matches President